Hey, what's up guys, Shahzad here, and today we are talking about this viewfinders, different types of viewfinders, pros and cons, and finally why you should have one of these in your bag. So let's get started. Okay, so the first time ever I used a viewfinder was for a pre-wedding shoot. That was this Akudo Z Finder, which costs around 40,000 rupees. Yes, that thing attached to the display. But the quality and the glass inside was amazing, and I loved it so much that I went ahead and picked one for myself. Not the Akudo one, of course. I bought this one locally for around 5,000 rupees, and this was one of the best quality viewfinders that I was able to find in this price point. And I have been using this from the last couple of months for different projects, so I thought let's make a quick video about it. Okay, so first of all, there is a viewfinder slash eyepiece on our DSLRs, but that thing doesn't work for video mode. That's the way it is. As the name implies, DSLR is a lens reflex system. That means there is a 45-degree mirror inside which reflects the light up to the pentaprism, which then is reflected back to the viewfinder, and that's how we see from the viewfinder. But as soon as you switch to video mode, that mirror is flipped up, blocking the viewfinder, and that's why it is unusable in the video mode. But if you have mirrorless cameras, viewfinder also works for video mode because there is no mirror inside, and instead it uses a very high resolution displays. But still, there are lots of reasons to use an external viewfinders like this, and just like those small eyepiece on our DSLR, there are different types of external viewfinders as well. First is something like this. It has a pretty basic construction. There is nothing rocket science here. It has a glass inside which magnifies your camera's LCD. And then there are other ones like the Akudo Gratical HD, etc. Proper AVF, which has its own display with the viewfinder. These things are crazy expensive, but it usually has much better displays, OLED displays, which is a lot better than what you get on the back of your camera. So I think at this point you got enough knowledge about the viewfinders, so let's talk about some of its pros. Number one, pretty obvious one, it blocks the sun and flares. We all know the pain of shooting outside. It's very difficult to judge exposure and clipped highlights and focus, etc. Second reason is the magnification. Depending upon what kind of viewfinder you get, it gives you around 2.5 to 3x of magnification of the display, which makes it so easy to set exposure, rack focus, and combine this with focus peaking, and you got a pretty solid combination. Third and the last reason is the stability. Because you are adding a third point of contact between you and the camera, it gives you a little more stable shot. I have been using it like this with my Sigma, which doesn't have IS, and it definitely helped. Now let's talk about some of its not so good things. First of all, if your camera has touchscreen, it makes it a little difficult to use, but at least it's not totally unusable. But if your camera has articulating or flip out screen, most probably you're gonna lose that functionality. But that's not a huge deal for me because I only need flip out screen when I'm shooting my own videos like a one-man band, and I only use viewfinders when I'm outside, and when I'm outside I'm always behind the camera. So in my opinion, if you shoot outside a lot, viewfinder can come in really handy, and I think you should definitely have this in your bag. So guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you all have enjoyed it. Thanks a lot for watching. My name is Shahzad, and I'll catch you all in the next one.